Welcome to the George Groves Boxing Club. I am George Groves. If you are brand new to this channel, then you need to hit the subscribe button. This is the post-fight video, post-fight analysis for Eubank-Benn versus Chris Eubank Jr. Chris Eubank Jr. wins the legacy fight, the fight that means more to him, I'm sure, than any other fight to both guys. He wins a unanimous decision, 116-112. I was fortunate enough to sit ringside. I scored it, and I scored it even closer than that. And maybe everyone at home did too. Maybe some people thought Eubank-Benn won. I was working for Sky tonight, and the scorecards came in. I think Eubank-Benn was ahead on the verdict there, the viewer's verdict throughout the fight. So I don't know how you guys were scoring it, but so much of this fight was hard to score. Both guys, I don't want to be cruel. No, I'm not going to be cruel. They're both great fighters, but they're not elite level fighters. The skill on show tonight wasn't on par with a stadium fight. Let's get it straight. But this wasn't a world title fight. These two guys are not world champions, soon to be world champions. They are just rivals who bring the heat and had a very entertaining fight. That cannot be disputed. Both guys give every ounce of energy they had tonight in the fight and would have left a little bit of their soul in there too. I am certain of that. What did we see and what do we expect? So much talk. When you do so much talking before a fight, you talk yourself into problems. You don't know what to believe. You can convince yourself of almost anything. And I think all the things that we thought might happen, Eubank-Benn might start quick, Eubank might try and press and start quick, might try and bully him, both guys might try and take the center of the ring. Eubank might be finished, he might be shot, he might be too dry, he might be too big, he might be too tired. Eubank-Benn might be just too small. He might not be able to have any effect, or maybe he will. We saw a little bit of everything tonight. That is for sure, and both guys certainly left it every ounce of their energy in the ring, as I said before. How did you score it at home? I think I had Eubank up by a couple of rounds, but I had two 10-10 rounds. There were two rounds that you certainly could not split because both guys were just sitting there in the pocket together and just drilling away, punching away, punching away. Neither guy had the ability or maybe the brain capacity or what to put quality shots together. Now that's going to be easier said than done, I'm sure, when you're in front of this sort of crowd, when there's so much on the line and when you're so tired. And Eubank-Benn giving away so much natural size. And Chris Eubank Jr. way past his best. Let's get it straight. Both guys, that's what they was up against tonight. But they punched away, they punched away. I think in the last round, Eubank-Benn, he just left his chin up a little bit too high a couple of times. He got caught with a couple of shots, but there was no power on him because Chris Eubank, he's knackered. Both guys were knackered. Eubank-Benn did look dangerous early. And in the second round, I think he did hurt Eubank. I think Eubank was shocked. Eubank's been hurt before. He's been hurt by Smith. He's been hurt by other guys, and certainly hurt later on in his career. In his last fight, even, he was never hurt, but he never looked as comfortable. There were periods when Eubank's punches were just a little bit laboured, a little bit slower than they used to be. They didn't have the same snap, the same pop, and whenever he did freeze for a second and stand still, that's when he was vulnerable, because Eubank-Benn was sharper, coming in with the big shots. And in my sort of build-up analysis, well, prediction even for what I expected and how Eubank-Benn could win this fight, I said the right hand might not be the shot for him because he's got further to travel and Eubank pulls away. He's pretty good, but that was the shot that almost won it for Eubank-Benn tonight, and he was only short of it by a hair's width at times, by an egg's width, by not 30 ounces, like I said. I think it's 0.8 of an ounce. I'm very sorry for you guys correcting me with my measurements. I always enjoyed it though. I loved it. And are these guys going to do it again? Of course they are. They're going to do it because whichever way they're going to go. Credit to both men. Both men did their very best and put it all on the line for this. For the fact, a lot of fans here today were boxing fans because they knew a lot about boxing. They knew a lot about me when I bumped into them. They knew a lot about other fighters. They knew a lot about the build-up. They knew a lot about the two dads who climbed in the ring. What moment was that? I kind of missed it on the big screen, but I know, and I wasn't in the arena when they showed it, but when Chris Eubank Sr. shows up and the place erupts. Now, that's a lovely moment. Yeah, that is a lovely moment. And was that the difference, guys? Was that the difference? Was that what got Eubank Jr. through them torrid rounds where he just He wasn't necessarily hurt, but neither was Ben, and he just had to bite down the gum shield and go again, go again, go again. There's blood seeping out of his eyes, his face is starting to swell. He's gonna have to dig deep because his dad's there now. His dad, the guy who he's looked up to, the guy who he's worshipped, the guy who was his role model, who his hero at times, and the guy he fell out with. But he showed up today, and he's here to support his son. Maybe he always planned to do that. I'm sure he said that he was never gonna miss this fight, but he left it to the death, and he made an entrance, and he looked good doing it. There was a moment, guys, before the first bell, when Conor Benn's in the ring. Chris Eubank, I think, is still ring walking with his father, Senior, who climbs into the ring before Junior. He has an embrace with Nigel Benn, and everyone loves that. But then he goes and has an embrace with Conor. Now, Conor, does he want to have a human moment just before he's about to go to war? Would that put him off? I don't know. I don't want to see my opponent's dad. I don't want to see James DeGale, Leroy. I don't want to cuddle you before I'm about to go to war with you. I don't want to cuddle anyone from the Frotches team. I'm about to go to business. So that was an interesting moment I picked up. I don't know if anyone else saw it at home. Let me know how you scored it, what you thought of the fight, and do you want to see it again? Like, ultimately, it was a really fascinating, interesting, all-action fight. There was no knockdowns, there was no drama where anyone really looked hurt. At times, both guys crowded their work, and if you're looking at it from a technical point of view, both guys could do so much better, so much better. You know, whether Chris Eubank can do better now at his age, or is that just the best you can get out of Chris Eubank? And Conor Benn, you know he can do better because he's still youthful and he's still improving. His coach, Tony Sims, at times, time and time again in the corner, telling him, drop back, Conor, give yourself room, drop back and let those shots go. He didn't punch the body enough tonight for me, Conor Benn. I don't know why he forgot to work the body. You know, the older guy, the guy who's had a terrible weight cut, failed the weight. On old legs, you have to attack the body, and at times he didn't. Eubank was left hand happy a lot, and left hand usually is a good one for me. You're getting that jab working, but he's jumping in with lead left hooks and missing. And then when that right hand looked like it could shoot out and land, he was just double and trebling up the left hand. So I don't know if he's had problems with the right hand, whether he couldn't get his feet underneath him. I'm going 100 miles an hour. I'm still pumped from the fight. I'm here. They're packing up around me. I hope you all tuned in, you all enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if Chris Eubank's finished. Let me know if Conor Benn's got so much more to come. Let me know if you want to see it again. Let me know if there's a different result if they run it back again. Let me know if the dad should fight. Let me know if I should call out someone else. No, stop. Right, please do like and share and subscribe to this channel. Thank you to our sponsors, Coin Poker. I hope you've all had a wonderful night. I better get on it because my cab keeps calling me. I'm recording this on the iPhone, and it's time to get home.